Okay, so when we multiply with exponents, there's a few things that we just want to keep in mind. When we multiply with variables is what I should say. Sorry. When we're multiplying inside of algebra, remember, the first thing to keep in mind is we get rid of the x. This letter to mean multiplication. That is now the letter x. We don't use this x symbol anymore. Gone. Okay, another thing to keep in mind is we put our variables in alphabetical order. Okay, these are not things you probably have to write down. They're just little reminders I want to tell you. Just so you're aware, 2 times a or a times 2, we write just 2a. It's just kind of the convention of what we do. Okay, 2 times b times a is generally 2ab. It's just the order we write it in. We don't need a little x to mean multiplication anymore. When you put two things right next to each other, when you put 2 next to the a, it means 2 times a. When you put a next to the b, it means a times b. Okay? So d times 3 times c is 3ac. Okay, so the number is first. What's that number called in front? Coefficient. The coefficient comes first, and then the letters, usually in alphabetical order. Miss G, when I'm learning this for the first time, if I put the letters in the wrong order, is it wrong? No, it's not. Okay, it's just things to get used to as we move forward. Okay. Should we try some?
Yay.
All right. So, how would we write this a little bit nicer, a little bit more correctly? A times B. Who wants that one? Good. You just write A, B. This one? Tell me, Zoltan. 3, A, B. If I'm gonna. Fancies?
2a plus b, 3b.
Very good. 2a plus 3b. Okay, I snuck in a little addition. Can you keep going? Can we keep simplifying? Are we done? You're done. Very good. And you took the words out of my mouth. You're done because they're not like terms. So we're done with that one. That's simplified expression. What about the next one? 2x brackets a plus b. There's a few different answers I would take here. Grace, what do you think?
2a plus b.
2
brackets a plus b.
Okay, yeah, I like it. You definitely don't need the brackets. You don't need the little X sign in between the 2 and the brackets. 2 next to brackets means times. Is there another equivalent answer? Is there another answer based on what we did yesterday? Yeah. Very, very good, but put the number first. Very, very good. Help her out, help her out. She's right there, Verna.
2a plus 2b.
Very good. 2a plus 2b. And Miss Sadie's explained this really well the other day. She said you have 2 lots, you have 2 groups of a plus b. This is what we learned yesterday with the distributive property, right? So if you have an a plus b, you have a group of that, you have another group of a plus b. Putting them together, you just have 2a plus 2b. As you get quicker with this, you can think about just multiplying the 2 through. 2 times a is 2a, 2 times b is 2b. Why don't you try these two? Okay, you can work together with the person next to you if you want. In your math notebook. So Patrick, you should have your book open right now. In your math notebook, make sure you have some sort of title there. Try those two. Yeah. 2a. 2 next to an a next to an a. Yeah. Okay. Wait, I wanted to talk to you about it. You went to the meeting this morning?
I wanted to, but I forgot it. I had to finish mine.
Tom?
Thomas.
It's just Tom.
Thomas. I think I know okay. So then 3 pounds. And I wondered, Louis says he wasn't sure. Okay, so these are a few.
and I should hand them out to you.
Do you mind?
Yeah.
And the message is this: set 9 and 1 and set 9 2. It's just these two problems, 30 minutes each. I'm advising by next Wednesday. Just and tell them that the hints and solutions are needed.
Okay, sounds good.
Who do you teach next?
I'm going to have those to this place.
Birthday wash, I'm just wondering. Okay, fine. So
I'll get the 7 done. The other one classes my home, so I'll get them first.
7 a.m.
Okay, talk to each other, see if you can get a partnership agreement on those two. Yeah, perfect. Very, very good. Yeah. One second. Well, careful. Oh, wait. Oh, you want to, yes, you're right. You're right. You just got a little purple highlighter. You missed
For A, would it be 2A3 B2? Or would
A
it
to
be
the third power.
Or would it be 2 times A2?
You don't need the times. Just smush them all together. Multiplication is great like that. Just smush them next to each other. Yes, sir. I think so. Yeah.
That's how I
Yeah, that's it. Alrighty, thank you for being patient, folks. But this is the general idea for today. Okay. The first one. Who can help me with that one? Tell me, Miss Mellon. Very good. Very good. 2a cubed b squared. Okay. Try and say to the power of, or to the third power, to the second power. This kind of 2a3. That's 2a3. Okay, you're not telling me an exponent if you're getting a little sloppy. But yeah, perfect. That's the idea. Tell me the next one.
M squared, take 5m squared.
M squared, take away 5n squared. Does that seem easier than adding and subtracting, people?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. If you can keep, what's difficult is this. Keep this separate in your head. Okay, multiplying deals with exponents. Adding deals with counting things up, and often, you're changing your coefficients here. Okay, I want to try one more little stumper, and then I think we're actually just ready to practice. Can you try? What would happen if you had two coefficients, like 3a times 5a to the second? Let's call this example 3. I'm going to charge up the level a little bit.
So we have to write this out.
Yeah, but no, well, you can't. You can write it out, or you can just kind of visualize what it would look like written out. Okay, so this is just 3 times a times 5 times a times a. But maybe you don't need to write it out. And what do you think? Very, very, very close. Oh goodness, she's close. But you're multiplying. Studies? No, you're multiplying. So the numbers here in front are just coefficients. So 3 times 5, we can change the order when we multiply around. So we could essentially think about those like this. 3 times 5 times a times another a to the second power. Do you see what I did here? Does that help maybe with the answer, Leonie?
Is it 15 to A to the, no, A to this second power?
Ooh, she was so close. I like the 15. Okay, the 3 times the 5 is just regular old 3 times 5 pounds. A to the third power, exactly. A to the third power. Because you have an A here times 2 more over there. A to the first power times A to the second power is A to the third power because you have 1A there times by another 1 there. Want to try one more? Challenge? And then you can start your practice. Oh gosh. Oof. Let's do some negatives. Negative 2x to the second. Should we do another letter? Y times.
Oh, that's not nice.
It's just for fun. This is harder than your homework is going to be. It's just for fun to play around. Because I think a lot of you guys are not finding this super hard. 6x to the third.
Not nice.
Z.
This no nice.
Take a wild and crazy guess because it's fun. Why not?
-2.
Okay, you could put the big numbers in front first. -2 times 6. Group your x's together in your head.
So it's -2.
Don't say things out loud. Oh, good question. Can you do anything with them, really?
No, but I don't know where to put it.
Let's put them in alphabetical order.
Is this correct?
Very, very good. Very, very good. Here. Yeah. Yeah. You just bring him along. You don't have any partners, you just bring him along. What do you think, Zoltan?
Is it -12?
-12. If you hate to love, you're a hater.
X to the 5th.
Yes! Did you guys get x to the 5th power?
Yes.
X to the 5th times. Oh, you don't need times though. You just write a y and a z. That's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have what I think are some little grid problems to help practice. They look, and I hope they're kind of fun. There are 3 different levels. They're actually not that different from each other, but you have blue, red, and black. So they get more difficult as you go this way. Come up and grab one and then I'll explain how it works.